Before I introduce our speaker this morning, perhaps just a bit of context. In 2011, City Council initiated the Regina Revitalization Initiative, which is the largest urban revitalization project in the city's history. As part of the RRI, the rail yard site was acquired from Canadian Pacific Railway in 2012. And that set the stage for redevelopment of this area over the next 10 to 15 years. After City Council adopted a public investment approach for the development and disposition of these rail lands, City administration set to work in about August of 2015, I believe it was, consulting and planning concepts for the rail yard site. Public open houses were held in May of 2016, and ideas are now taking shape for the dynamic mixed-use area that will complement both downtown and the warehouse business districts, and also create a wonderful new place for all Regina citizens to enjoy for years to come. Within a very short time frame from now, City Council will set the final direction for the rail yard renewal project, or the RRP as it is now known. The RRP is an exciting and perhaps our strongest opportunity to transform our city socially, culturally, and economically. Now is the time for Regina's municipal and business leaders to think broadly and carefully about the long-term impact of the RRP, and to consider every possible opportunity before the development and its future begins. In this context, RDBID is pleased to welcome our guest speaker, Ms. Janette MacDonald, CEO and General Manager of Downtown London, the umbrella organization for the London Downtown Business Association and Main Street London Revitalization Organization, to share her insight and reflect on the impact that Budweiser Gardens had on the City of London. Since joining the Downtown London in 2002, Janette's organization has grown in size and reputation under her leadership. The recent boundary expansion has effectively doubled the budget of this award-winning association that has, in partnership with the City of London, been very successful in growing its tax base over the past decade. Janette is the Canadian ex officio member on the International Downtown Association Board and has served on the IDA Awards Jury for 3 years. She also served on the Ontario Business Improvement Association Board for 4 years. Janette is regularly invited to speak across the country on the success of London's downtown revitalization. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Janette MacDonald.
I don't think there's a single person in London who would get up this early to hear me speak, so thanks very much for the warm welcome. Anyway, this is Budweiser Gardens in all its glory. It's probably the best thing we have ever done in London, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of a disclaimer. I am giving you the London experience. This is no way an endorsement in telling you do exactly what we do, but I really think you should take a long look at putting your arena in the downtown. It's the jewel in the crown of revitalization for our city. I'm going to leave this slide up for a minute. I think you'll all recognize as soon as you try to do something good that's going to include taxpayers' dollars, there's always a bunch of people out there saying, no, don't do it. It's not going to work. You should spend your money feeding the homeless, building shelters, and doing all those things. Don't ever invest it in your downtown. It's not going to work. And I have purposely put a lot of these quotes in there. I have left the names off, because those same people are now saying, oh yeah, we told you, that's great. We said we should have done that, so it's quite interesting. So I'm going to tell you a bunch about why we did this, and not just that we did it. There's a whole plan around it. So I think every city in North America suffered their downtown being vacated. We built the malls in the suburbs. We built homes in the suburbs, and we migrated to the suburbs and kind of forgot about our downtowns. So in the late 90s, our council of the day, and congratulations to them, they took big risks. The council of the day thought, we have to revitalize our downtown. The new millennium's coming. Our downtown is derelict. The stores are empty. There's a lot of vacant parking lots. Nobody's parking in them because there's absolutely no reason to go downtown. So what they did was they did an assessment of where we were, and this is exactly where we were. We had 25% office vacancy. We only had 900 apartment units within our community improvement area. Three pretty good department stores that are now gone. Our arena was a 4,000 seat arena by the 401. The only eatery around it was MacDonald's. MacDonald's is still there. And we had lost 60 million in taxable assessment in our downtown. And everybody in this room realizes that how the mill rate in the downtown is much higher than any place else in the city. And when the downtown is thriving, it's good for all taxpayers. So this was something that we had to get across at this point. This predated my job. I joined the Downtown Association in 2002, just when this beauty opened, so I'm not taking credit for this, I'm just delivering the message. So we thought, what the heck, like our city's a mess, what are we gonna do? It's ridiculous, and one of our newly elected councillors back then, I'm not putting pressure on you newly elected folks, but she really believed in the downtown and believed it's the heart of the city and you're calling her to the world. She said, we need to do something. Have there been any studies done on downtown? Could you maybe send them to me? So the clerk's office said, okay, no problem. She expected a couple of folders with a couple of reports in it. One of the city trucks rolled up in front of her driveway and unloaded 25 command record boxes with all the reports that had been written on how to revitalize our downtown. And that's what they were paper. There was great ideas on paper. They sat in boxes, they sat on shelves for a long time. So what did we do? Well, we created a Millennium Plan. And we had 13 of 19 councillors on this actual committee, so we knew we had the popular vote going forward when the plan was actually done. At the beginning, we did have a CIP, a community improvement plan with financial incentives. They sat on the shelf as well. There was no uptake on those because there's really no interest in downtown. So they kind of came a bit early, but they're still going now, and we're still implementing them. The Downtown Millennium Plan was written in 1998. And these are the areas that we worked in. The one in the middle there, the white, that's Budweiser Gardens. The blue boundary around it is a community improvement plan. So you can see where the arena was absolutely in the dead center of downtown. There's the Forks of the Thames there, and then there's Labatt Park over there. Across the street from the arena is our Covent Garden Market, and then there's the library. These are the 5 areas that we worked on. So the difference in the Millennium Plan, where we took a lot of the ideas out of the 25 boxes, compacted them into one plan, and the difference is that we put a budget to it. The budget was about $135 million. That's risky business for a city the size of London. That's a lot of money to take on in debt. We had a AAA rating, we were putting our rating at risk. But we believed that, keep your head down, do the right thing, avoid the bows and arrows that people are shooting at you. So the city's investment in Budweiser Gardens was $52 million. That was the land. The remediation of the land, the destruction of the Talbot Inn that was there previously. The Central Library used to be a Bay store. This was a downtown mall. It was called the Galleria. Who else had a Galleria? Yeah. The savior of downtown. This fabulous mall built by Cadillac Fairview, who have done an awful lot in London. I'm not criticizing them. It's supposed to be the savior of downtown. It sucked all the retail out of the street. We had Eddie Bauer, we had Harry Rosen, we had Zach Shoes, we had every national brand you could imagine in there, and it lasted for about 2 years when people migrated to the malls in the north end of the city and the south end of the city, where you could park for free because God knows parking is the only thing we really care about. And so we rebuilt Covent Garden Market on the land that it's been on since 1853, and the Forks of the Thames where London actually started. We put in a splash pad and did some revitalization down there. So this plan actually won a Pinnacle Award at IDA in 2014. You're thinking, why would you submit a plan that was written in 1998 for an award in 2014? Because it was actually implemented, and we actually have metrics as to how the return on that investment actually paid off, and it's continuing to pay off to this day. This is what it used to look like before we built Budweiser Gardens. Is that not shameful? But that's what our downtown looked like before these investments were made. It was absolutely appalling. So these are the quotes. You can read them for yourself. No, the downtown is definitely not where an arena should be. They do not create lively districts. Well, I would like to feed every one of those letters right in the throat of the person who said that, because it is the most wrong thing ever. Our arena has absolutely created a lively district. So the merchants downtown didn't want an arena downtown. They were going to start a petition to get rid of it. You know, the Talbot block, that we should maintain the Talbot block, the Talbot Inn. An inn that had been vacant for about 20 years. It's probably rat and pigeon infested. And if you gave it a shove, it would probably have fallen down. But that's what our heritage fanatics wanted to keep. I'm a big heritage proponent, but where it makes sense. There's some buildings in London that I would stand in front of myself and would never want them taken down. This was not one of them. So this is what the site looked like when we started building it. That is the old Talbot Inn that actually came down fairly quickly. And this was it in its infancy stages. And that's what we used to do on the lot where the Budweiser garden stands now. Do you love the short shorts on the guy in the top picture? Like, isn't that hilarious? But this is back in the 90s. And this is what we consider like really great downtown outdoor entertainment. We should be ashamed of ourselves. But this is what it looks like now. And this is our beautiful rink. It's NHL-sized arena. We've had multiple preseason NHL games, although we're an OHL city. We're home of the Memorial Cup champion London Knights. They won the cup in 2016. We've had the top prospects games. We've had the rookie tournaments here many years. We've had all kinds of hockey games here. It's been really, really fantastic for us. We've hosted the Memorial Cup twice. We keep improving on it. New scoreboard this year, new sponsors. I think everybody probably recognizes the guy on the right anyway, if not the guy on the left. That's Sidney Crosby. Rimouski is the team we beat in 2005 for the Memorial Cup. That's Brendan Prest on the left. His NHL career is over now, but he's one of my favorites. So Sidney Crosby, when the Penguins came for a preseason game, wouldn't even suit up. He wouldn't even get on the ice. I said he's PTSD from the last time he was here when he didn't even get to score a goal. So that's why he didn't want to get on the ice at Budweiser Gardens again. We also have an NBL basketball team, and the city and Budweiser Gardens purchased the flooring for that, and it's owned by a private investor in London, Southside Construction. It's been a really great addition to the downtown. It's a whole other audience than hockey fans and basketball fans. Anybody like basketball here? It's for the short attention span folks. Like, there's something going on every second. There's somebody bouncing a ball, but I really, really love it. And when I look at the arena when the Lightning are playing, there's a bunch of little kids there. It's such an affordable night out for families, and that's really what we're going for, is something that's good for families as well. So this is the outside of the arena on the King Street side. The picture in the first slide was the rebuild of the Talbot Inn. And call it facadism, call it what you like. It's one of the most beautiful things in our downtown. It's well lit at night, it's gorgeous. This is Country Music Week that we just hosted in September this year. And I think there's a little connection to Country Music Week in the room here, because we work with Rock Entertainment. It's particularly for this outdoor event that we had. We had 5,000 people here 4 nights in a row for free concerts for people who couldn't afford the tickets for the Canadian Country Music Awards and weren't invited to the private events that we had downtown. This was absolutely fantastic, and our Director of Culture and Entertainment at Tourism London said, we wish we had somebody like Rock Entertainment in London and in Ontario, because they're so great to work with. So Mike, I know you have a connection there, so thank you. This was amazing. What I'm trying to say is we would not have ever been able to dream of hosting these events if we hadn't built this arena in our downtown. Even if we built it by the 401 where all the naysayers wanted it to be, we would still never have tried to do the events. It wouldn't have mattered. If you don't have the downtown around it, it's not going to work. So these are some of the examples of the restaurants that have built up around the arena and the other events that we have. We had maybe 2 fine dining establishments in our downtown before this arena was built. Now we have 243 eateries, about 62 fine dining establishments. And if you are getting your ticket to an event, like Elton John was there, you get your ticket to Elton John, you book your restaurant seat that night, or else you will be coming in from the suburbs. You won't be eating in the downtown. Our restaurants are filled every time there's an event there. Billboard magazine venue today, it's been in the top 10 arenas in any size in North America. It's been in the top 3 for its size. It's not the biggest arena ever. It has 9,048 seats for a hockey game and 10,000 plus for a concert. The London Knights Hockey Club, I have to tell you that if you're going to build something like this, you need a great full-time tenant. The London Knights are a great tenant. They're very competitive. Also, the pundits were saying that you'll never fill that arena for hockey games. It will sit empty. There'll only be like 4,000 people because that's how many people went to the Ice House. So they invested in black curtains for the upper of the 300 level. And I'm proud to say they have never once used them for a London Knights game. They have been up for every single one. So that's been pretty incredible. The Knights have a waiting list for seasons tickets for about 3 years. I mean, if you didn't get them right away, you're not going to get them now. You're at the mercy of people who have seasons tickets to help you get tickets to the games. Running the arena itself is a fantastic facility, but it all depends on who's running it. And with no disrespect to municipalities, run the community centers. Don't run your major entertainment centers. Always get a professional facility manager to run that. Don't have your parks and rec or your facilities run this. It won't work. You need the contacts to bring you in the big acts. What we found when we were doing the return on investment, which we do every 2 years, is that for every public dollar invested, back in 2013, we measured that to be $3 in private investment. Right now in 2015, I would say with the activity in the last couple of years, it's probably $7 per dollar invested. We have about $500 million worth of residential development sitting in site plan right now. One actually broke ground a few months ago. So for the city's $135 million investment, you do the math for what's coming into the downtown. And what comes into the downtown comes into the entire city. I don't know how best to describe that, but if your downtown is economically healthy and feasible, it benefits the entire city, so every ward benefits from that. We've opened an average of 11 new businesses every year. That's net new businesses every year since this arena was built. And good businesses, like not just occupied vacancies like head shops. We still have those. We still have a lot of social issues. We still have a lot of things that are not perfect. But we're really getting there, and it takes a long, long time. The person who said patience is a virtue must have worked in the downtown revitalization industry, because that's what it takes. So again, 2005 MasterCard Memorial Cup. That was a watershed moment for London to have a winning team in this fantastic arena, and it really shut down the naysayers. We had the 2013 World Figure Skating Championships, and again, I can't say that we would never have had this anywhere near southwestern Ontario had we not built this arena. We hosted the 2014 MasterCard Memorial Cup. Well, the Knights, I don't even think, showed up. They were the first team out. That was a really bad year for us, but it was great to have it in town. 2016 Country Music Awards, I said, put this picture in because I'm in love with Dean Brody. I wonder if he likes older women. But there are certain things that we set in policy a long, long time ago that support this investment in the downtown. We have 81% of our office space in the downtown, and that's through our official plan. We will not allow the construction of offices any larger than 5,000 square meters outside our downtown boundaries. We want them to be built in the downtown. So we have strong policies that we enforce. The downtown population, and this is a 2013 measure, so has increased by 37%. So it goes to show that people want to live in the downtown. They would never have come near the downtown if we didn't have the market, the arena, and all the other builds that we did. And the rest of the municipality has grown by about 8%. Our residential vacancy is less than 1%, and it's only measurable for the turnover. So what else is happening in downtown? We have residential development, we have great restaurants, some really good retail stores. We have 300 tech companies have moved into London, probably about 250 of them in our downtown, some from just 2 people right up to 145 employees. The next piece of success we have is we have Fanshawe College, and they're out towards our airport in the east end of the city. Now they completed this particular campus a couple of years ago, and they're bringing their culinary arts program into the downtown and their IT program right across the road. We lost our oldest department store which is unfortunate, but it's been replaced by 1,600 students in the culinary arts, hospitality, tourism, and IT business, and I think that's a pretty good trade-off. This is like Budweiser Gardens being filled every day, so this is fantastic. The Kingsmill family, they've been there for 5 generations, but with no succession plan. They just wanted to retire, so they sold the building, and fortunately Fanshawe were able to purchase it. Every great downtown has a school in it, and I think when you really revitalize your downtown, you'll attract an educator. So where are we now? We have over 30,000 office workers in the downtown, 37,000 people visiting our market, 100,000 our library, 750,000 people plus a year attend Budweiser Gardens. We have over 500 retail businesses, and about 2,000 students will be studying downtown pretty soon. This is the report I refer to that we do every second year. It's a lot of work, so we don't do it every year. There isn't usually enough of a change every year. But our taxable assessment in the downtown, which is one of the key measures, I think, went from $324 million to over $1 billion in 10 years. And I think that's a testament to Budweiser Gardens. That alone has been a watershed for us. So what are the keys to the success? The downtown location. Don't build it any place else except your downtown. We have strong partnerships. This is a public-private partnership, Budweiser Gardens. Ellis Don built it, so they're a partner. The city's a partner. Comcast Spectra, formerly Global Spectrum, they're a partner, and the architect has a small piece in it. So the profit sharing, the city forecast receiving their first check in about 5 years. First year they got a check for $75,000. So it started paying them back right away. Management, again, if you are going to have a facility like this, make sure you have the best possible facility manager. We would not have the acts that we have in our arena. We've had Elton John. We've had Green Day's coming back for the second time. We've had Bon Jovi. We have Cirque du Soleil, who love our arena. They do a lot of dress rehearsals there as well as shows because of the infrastructure that's in our arena. But we've had everybody who's touring comes to London because of Comcast. Not necessarily because of the arena. That's part and parcel of it. It's the entire partnership and management of it. Again, marketing and public relations. Budweiser Gardens are a great partner for all of us. Tourism, our organization, London Arts Council, we all work together for the good of downtown. We form really strong partnerships. Leadership, and I hand that one right back to City Council of the day. They were absolutely amazing. They took an enormous risk, but it paid off. So, I mean, I can tell you how to mitigate risk. Don't do anything. You'll never get hurt. But if you can really get rewards if you take some risk, and we took a big risk and it has paid off and it's continuing to pay off. Sponsorship. We have some of the most amazing people working at Budweiser Gardens, and they work for the London Knights as well. And they could sell, I'm going to be politically incorrect, sand to the Arabs and ice cream to Eskimos. They are so good they could sell anything. This arena has attracted so much private investment and sponsorship. It's unbelievable. Again, when you're doing things like this, keep records. Keep attendance, keep all of those things. Know where you're going. Show your progress to everybody who wants to listen to you, and even those who don't. Sometimes it's really hard to open a closed mind, we've found. And find your $1 billion stat. What is it about your downtown that's so great? What's your $1 billion stat? Identify the roles of the people who are going to be part of your vision for your downtown. Declare a bias. Like, everybody should be biased about downtown. It's going to make you the most money in the rest of the city. Commit long-term. The city committed on long-term investment to the city. Focus on those investments. Lead by example. No one wants to invest in a municipality that won't invest in itself. And I think I was in your fantastic stadium last night. Congratulations, it's absolutely awesome. I'm pretty jealous because we don't have a football team. And but we do have Kelly Scher, who's the new city engineer in London. So your loss is my gain. Thank you very much. Have a strategic plan. Know where you're going, because if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. But cooperative management is critical to anything like this, and monitor your impacts. And don't give up. Like, if this truly is your vision, like, keep it going until you get what you need. And I'm just going to say a couple of things about my friend Judith here that she didn't expect. I've known her for a long time, since she was in Windsor, and that's when we met, and we've both been in this industry for a long time. We're both on the board of the International Downtown Association, and we're very active members there. And I want to tell you, you've got a huge gem here. Don't let her go. She's amazing. And this downtown organization punches way above its weight. Thank God they haven't put in for any awards at IDA recently because they'd probably beat us out. So I have to tell you, got somebody really great working for your downtown. So back her up and buy into her vision.